especially in the second half, holding them to 16.
Yeah, I thought really got going at the end of the first half, and kind of that's where we kind of began to get some separation. But yeah, well, we can put some guys out there that can really guard the ball, and then obviously, it's kind of a proactive group that they make plays. I think we can turn guys over maybe a little bit better than we have in the past too.
On that note, just what did you think of Jalen Worley coming off the bench? And I think he had 4 of those steals.
Yeah, that's kind of how what Jalen has been doing. He does it in practice. He did it in our exhibitions. He did it in, I think, craziness. That's just kind of what he does. It's what he brings. He brings great energy. He doesn't take a possession off, and definitely is somebody that's going to try to make a play on that defensive end. Very versatile too.
And you mentioned this already, but it seemed like when you went to Miller and Worley and Mario Steele, there was a little. It actually kind of picked up a little at times. In that first half, especially.
Yeah, I mean different combinations there. I mean, again, we got. I think I said last press conference. I mean, everybody just brings certain aspects to the game. They just got to make sure they bring that, and certainly those defensive guys really brought that. I think our shooters missed some shots that they've been making. And then our point guards just got to kind of manage the game for us.
How quickly has Tyion gotten up to speed? Not only gotten up to speed, but also kind of gotten in shape, game shape, and to be able to play 20 minutes and give you guys 15 points tonight?
Yeah, he's still got a long ways to go where he's really not, we're throwing a lot at him. He's kind of having to play multiple positions. So he's really just we're kind of scratching the surface as far as being totally immersed in what we're trying to do. And then, I mean, even to the point, like he wasn't even going to start tonight, and his first time in 37 years this ever happened. Our guy, one of the assistants, put the wrong name in the book, for starters or whatever. And so he was sitting there in his warm-ups as we were calling it, and we had to get him back out there. Yeah, Ace Miller was supposed to start. So, I mean, it was just kind of, a little bit too much too soon. So we got to it's going to take us a while. We got, again, all these days we can use as kind of catch-up days. And then, I think we're still a ways from getting him fully immersed.
What did you make of how the front court, Huff and EK kind of settled in early on? It was, especially EK, they brought a lot of physicality. How do you think they handled that as the game kind of went on?
I mean, as the game went on, they handled it a lot better. They weren't handling it great at the start. I mean, we were getting pushed around, and I thought they were playing us very physical. And, those guys they demand a lot of attention, and they're going to get it, and they're not mysteries to anybody. I mean, everybody knows who they are and what they're capable of. So they've got to get ready to go from the jump here. Definitely coming up on Saturday. Oklahoma's really, really good.
The stretch you've got coming, I don't know if I remember one like that. It's like 6 in a row.
Yeah, it's tough, and there's not a whole lot of time in between. But I mean, we just all focus now just shifts to Oklahoma. They've had a heck of an off season. They went out and got some really, really good transfers. They seemed like they've done a nice job meshing them together. They've won both their exhibitions, against, really, really good teams. And I believe they've both been on the road. So, they'll be old, they'll be smart, and just, I think that's going to be a really, really tough game.
You guys have a ton of wing depth this year, quite the luxury, but when you have Davis come in super aggressive and score 11 points in 10 minutes, is there a way to maybe get him some earlier minutes, or is it just how it's shaking out right now?
No, I mean, look, we're trying. He's doing a great job. But, we've had the talk with him. He's just has to share the position with a lot of other older guys. So, it's just kind of the way it's going. We'll keep getting him minutes and keep developing him, and we're not afraid to throw him into, these games at any time. But it's just hard. He's got a lot of guys, not a whole lot of separation at that position right now.
How'd you make him, Mario?
I thought he got in and helped us early, especially B. Smith had his first run wasn't great, and Mario got in there, and he just plays with a good intensity and kind of a zeal, and it kind of is infectious. So, But I thought he made some really nice reads. I thought all the threes he took looked great coming off his hand, and were ones that we obviously want him to take.
Time for two more.
Coach, how much does this game help you understand, what the team needs to work on before Oklahoma compared to just scrimmages and exhibitions and playing each other?
That's great. I mean, again, just kind of, I think that physicality that we faced, certainly, I think that kind of, shocked us a little bit. And then also just, their guards were quick and athletic. I mean, the guards from Oklahoma are very quick and very opportunistic and have a lot of freedom and can shoot it deep, but can also take you off the bounce. So I think it was good preparation in that regard.
What do you make of Nigel Pack for Oklahoma? He's kind of been around for a while. I think it's his sixth year. And,
Yeah.
Another kind of senior guard that you have to deal with.
Veteran guy who's played in a lot of big games and a lot of big venues. He's made a lot of big shots. He can really score. He can really shoot it deep, and also can play off the bounce, do his pull-ups. But Porter went out and did a really nice job getting some guys in the portal, and he's got them playing together. I think he's one of the really, really excellent coaches that are out there that probably doesn't get as much pub as he should. I mean, he's a heck of a coach.
That before the game, supposed to be at him, and then how'd you kind of find out?
I found out when everybody found out. It was just, I didn't know. I was like, when you start, it's like a different mental you gotta prepare for it. So coach told me, he was like, yo, I'm not gonna start you tonight, and I was like, that's fine. After everything, I've missed so much practice and doing it, I have to catch up, So I was just surprised, had to throw me in the fire quick, and so you gotta just be able to go. So
How do you feel like you reacted and responded to that tonight? 15 points and leading the team there.
I feel like, I just played with my teammates. I mean, they found me, going to get rebounds. I mean, like 5 for 5 from the free throw line, so I just felt like I just took what the team gave me and then relied on my teammates.
Graham, what did you make of the bench kind of providing the spark in that first half when they came in? Miller technically coming off the bench, but guy next to you, Steele, that whole crew was pretty Worley.
Yeah, they gave us a huge jump, especially after that first media. We got off slow, but kudos to everybody for sticking with it, staying locked in on the game plan, and just bringing that energy all night, that effort all night. As you saw, loose balls were flying around, guys were diving on the floor, making the extra play for the guys, and it was awesome to see that. Great to be back out there.
Graham, they were real physical early on, both with you and Huff. How do you feel like you guys handled that, and what was key to settling in?
Yeah, it's a physical game, and we like to play a physical brand of basketball as well. So the first 4 minutes, you just got to understand how the refs might call it. They didn't call it too much, so they let us bang, which is great. Just got to slow down, adjust with the game. After the first 4 minutes, I felt like we adjusted well, and that's that.
Mario, for you, what has this kind of transition been like, learning the college game and just getting used to your teammates in a brand new country here?
Well, I think it's great to be here. I think, as you say, it's different. It's different to Europe, but I think they helping me to adapt to the game as fast as possible, and they make everything easier to me, and I'm very grateful for that.
Graham, what do you make of Worley's game?
Oh my goodness.
It's different. Some different stuff.
I love when Jay Ward's on that court. He just gives us great energy and great effort. And as you saw, team high, I think, steals with 4. Huge. Still put sharing that rock with three assists and playing hard. Very efficient, 3 for 4 from the field. Still grabbing boards, and he affects the game even off the stat sheet as well. He's an awesome player to play with, and it's huge for us.
Mario, have you played with a pair of bigs like Graham and Braden before? And what's that luxury as a point guard to be able to throw the ball down to those guys and know it's probably going in?
I haven't played with 2 bigs like this, and I think it's so easy to play with them, because it's like just play and pass to them, and each time is an assist, and it's great to play with people like them.
Thanks, man.
Gotcha.
Graham, how do you feel like this team might be different from last year? Seems like 7 or 8 guys that could, go for double digits every single night.
Yeah, I still feel like we had some of that firepower last year, but it's just a new team. I'm not sure Really where the differences are right now, still early, but I just know that we're committed to getting better every single day. Not saying that the last team wasn't either, because we were as well, but this year we definitely are, and we just want to stay focused on the present and see what happens.
Yeah.
Tyion, you knew what you were signing up for when you came here. You guys got a 6-game stretch now against some of the best teams in college basketball. Just what do you kind of think about heading into this stretch and beginning with Oklahoma on Saturday?
I mean, that's what I came here for, you know. I didn't come here to play some mediocre teams. I came here to play the best teams, you know. I came here to play the best teams with the best guys, you know. So I just feel like we're ready. I mean, obviously we got some tuning up to do, you know, but I just feel like the competition is gonna get better, and so are we each game. So
You've played in a couple games at Spokane Arena before. What do you remember about those tournament games, and what do you think it'll be like when the whole crowd's cheering for you? Although they might have been cheering for you when you play St. Mary's, probably.
Yeah. I don't know. I just got a real good track record in that gym, so hopefully it carries over. But like you said, I played in there before, and played big games in there. So I just feel like, when we get in there, I just gotta, like I said, just keep adjusting to these guys, and I feel like we're gonna be really good.
Graham or Tyion, what's the defensive capability here? I mean, those are pretty startling. 16-point half. Those other teams, even the exhibitions, but 52 or something, whatever it was. What do you think can get done on that end?
I think greatness can be done on that end. That's what we want to hang our hat on, even when we're not scoring the ball. We want to get stops at all times. I think we could just defend at a high level when everybody's locked in, and we usually are. And we just want to stay on that.
I feel like when it comes to that, I would say we play great defense, Like, obviously, like you said, there's some nooks and crannies we got to get better at, but I feel like our thing is just ending it off with the rebound. We'll have a great 22 seconds of defense, and then, it'll slip out of our hands or go out of bounds and give them that chance. So I just feel like we come up with those rebounds, we'll be a super defensive team.
Length seem to bother folks, especially wings. You're all 6'7". It seems like, does that bother in the press, all those things, right?
For sure, and I just feel like it's super helpful for us, because like when we go small, I can play the 4, Jalen can play the 4, and then we could just switch, especially me and Jalen. Just being able to guard so many positions.
Time for one more.
Graham, how much do you guys know about Oklahoma? Have you had a chance to study up on them a little bit, or have you had any previous run-ins with anyone on the team?
No, I haven't. I haven't really looked or studied them. That'll probably happen tonight after we go over this film. I'm sure the staff will have us well prepared, though, and we'll be ready to go.
Tyion, Nigel Pack, I think, was at K-State when you were at Kansas. Did you ever match up with him in any of those games? I know you weren't playing a ton at that time, but can you remember anything about him as a player, or he's going to bring on Saturday?
I've watched him play. I just feel like he's a good guard. He's small, but he can shoot it really good. So I just feel like it's gonna be a challenge for us. We're gonna really come out and see what we're made of, which I feel like this team is ready for that. So.
Thanks, guys.